wonderful world of Disney.
Lucky day. You sure you're using the same kind of spinner I am, Scott? Sure. It's not the spinner. It's the way you handle the rod, the casting, and playing the line just right. Big expert talking. You got the message. I think Corky's the one causing all the trouble. Whatever excuse you want to use is okay with me. Here, Corky, go play somewhere else and let me fish. Leave me alone, Corky. Go play by yourself. Get back here! You'd better go after him, Steve. We've got to get back to the bakery. Okay. Put my pole away for me, will you? Corky! Corky! Let's get out of here, Corky. That's old Grizzly. Let's go, Corky!
See you tomorrow.
Hi, Mom. We're back.
So I see. It looks like the fishing was good. Where's your string, Steve?
Scott fed mine to old Grizzly.
Yeah, all 2 of them.
Did I hear somebody mention old Grizzly?
Now, what were you boys doing up at King's Thicket? You know you're not supposed to be up there. That's old Grizzly's territory.
Yeah, we knew, Grandpa. But Corky didn't. Corky was chasing a raccoon, and I was chasing him, and the next thing we knew, there was old Grizzly chasing us. If I hadn't thrown him Steve's fish, he still might be following us.
Clay, I really think that door needs a new hinge.
Yeah. You boys go up to the hardware store and get me a number 5 hinge.
Sure, Grandpa.
And tell Mr. Norris to put in some thinner and some sandpaper.
Clay, that could have been bad. If anything happened to them, I couldn't.
Now, Betsy, that old bear has been around a long time. And he gets kind of ornery and cantankerous. Somebody gets around his den. And Steve and Corky just forgot where they were. Boys and dogs are like that. They're liable to go off in any direction at any time.
Hi, Leroy.
How's it going, Scott?
Not too bad. I need a number 5 hinge for one of the ovens, a gallon of thinner, and some sandpaper.
You got it. You want it in brass or stainless steel?
Stainless. Hi, Mr. Townsend.
Hi, Scott. Steve.
Hi.
Aren't planning to enter the sled dog races this year, are you, Steve?
No, just looking.
That's just as well. Might as well engrave my name in that trophy again right now.
Well, my dad won a lot of those races, too. Junior and senior.
You sure did. Had one of the fastest sled dog teams I've ever seen.
Faster than mine, Mr. Townsend?
Well, I'll tell you. Would have been a race, Leroy.
Why don't we get Dad's old sled out and give Leroy some competition this year, Scott? Come on, Steve. Dad's sled is practically an antique, and besides, we don't have the time.
Not to mention the know-how, or the dogs.
We've got to. One more and we'd have a team.
Huh. Them? No way. Tanners had their day. Now it's the Norris era.
Don't be too sure, Leroy. We just might enter that race after all.
You gotta be kidding.
I'll let you know when I'm kidding. Come on, Steve.
Sounds like a challenge to me, Leroy.
Come on, Mr. Townsend. You and I both know they wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, now, you might know it. Me, I'm just not too sure.
You turkey. What did I do? You opened your big mouth is what? Me? You're the one who said we'd race. You started something that I had to finish is all. Maybe we can do it, Scott. Maybe we can. And maybe old Grizzly's not a bear. He's a giraffe. All I know for sure is that we stuck our necks way out.
Here's your boy's application to the sled dog race. I need your signature. You, don't seem too enthusiastic.
I don't know if I am or if I'm not, Harley.
Why? John would have loved it.
Oh, I know. This isn't just a race to the boys. They've been trying so hard to be the men in the family, especially Steve. Maybe it's because he's the youngest. This is their one chance to carry on something their father started. What happens if they lose?
Well, if I know John's boys, they'll start practicing for next year. Sure, they lack experience, equipment, even dogs, but they're willing to try.
May I borrow your pen?
Sure.
just lean it right here.
This sled needs a lot of work.
All it needs is a little elbow grease and varnish. That's all. You just leave that up to me.
The first thing you're going to need is a three-wheel training rig. Maybe some of these pictures will give you an idea.
And there's some old harness back there and those bicycle parts, and you can use that old water pipe over there.
Guess we got you two into this too, didn't we?
Scott, the Tanners are a family. We do everything together. Besides that, I'm going to enjoy it.
Hey, just remember, we still have a bakery to run. Deliveries come first.
We know, Mom. We can train the team and make deliveries at the same time.
That's a good idea.
Just one thing. I hope Duke and Corky give us a little cooperation. I'm gonna hook you up now. Come on, boy. Mom sure made a neat harness. Now let's see if you can pull. Settle down now here. Okay, settle down now. Get over there, Duke. Come on, guys. We gotta show Leroy how good you are. Come on, Corky, sit. Hey, they're looking pretty good. Yeah. They better be good. We've got a lot of deliveries to make today. Get out of the way.
Duke, get out of here!
You go back there. Go on.
Get over there. Get over.
Stay still. You're getting all tangled up again. Get back there.
Go back where you belong.
Are you boys sure you want to make deliveries your first time out?
Might as well kill two birds with one stone. Or two dogs with one rig. They'll be okay. They just gotta get used to it is all. Good, Steve. Get them into position. Okay, I will. Okay, guys. Let's show Grandpa what great race dogs you are. Hey, don't sit down. Mush. Come on, Duke. Come on, Corky. Well, don't just sit there.
Just take it slow. The dogs have got to get used to it and learn the commands. Remember the commands. G for the right and haw for the left.
What's the word for start?
Yeah!
Tell Mom we're sorry. We'll fix it when we get back.
Yeah!
It's not gonna work. Corky's trying, but if we can't teach him left and right turns, how are we gonna teach him anything? Uh-oh. Here you go, Happy. Didn't think we'd forget your donut, did you?
Oh, I knew it was you two boys the minute Happy started for the door. Takes something pretty special to get him up on his feet.
Here's your order, Miss Lacey.
Oh, thank you, Steve. What in the world is this?
This is our new training rig.
Oh.
We're entering the sled dog races this year. Yeah, and until the snow comes, we have to train our dogs with this.
Seems I recall a sled team needs at least 3 dogs.
Uh-huh, they do. Hey, you know, Happy sure gets along good with Corky and Duke.
Well, he's not much for running. Most he does is sleep.
It's just a matter of training. Yeah, and he loves donuts. He can have all he wants.
Oh, I don't know, boys.
We'd take real good care of him, Mrs. Lacey. We'd bring him home every night when we were through training him.
Well, Well, I guess it's all right with me if it's all right with Happy.
He's gonna have lots of fun.
Well, don't you expect too much.
Just wait, Mrs. Lacey. This sled dog team of ours is gonna surprise a lot of people. Come on, Happy. You're going home with us. We gotta get you harnessed up with Corky and Duke.
Let's go, team! Come on, Happy. Come on, Happy.
Well, go on, Happy. Go on, Happy.
Faster! Together! Duke! G! G! Come on, Duke! G! Stay with the others! Come on, Happy! Get up! I think he wants another donut. How many miles do you think Happy gets to a donut, Scott? About as many as Corky gets to a butterfly. Some sled dog. See, that's all it took. It's gonna take a lot more than that to win a race with these turkeys. Okay, guys, let's give it another go. Come on, boy! Come on, Corky! Let's go! Come on, team! Let's go! Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Go, team! Yeah! What are you doing? Scott, watch out for the blocks! You'll wreck the ring! Corky, get back on the track! Corky, why are you going that way? Hold it, fellas! Stop! Stop! Whoa, dude! Whoa, that's what you say to horses. You got any better ideas? Come on, help me fix his wheel. No wonder Corky was acting up. That's old Grizzly. He won't bother us. We're nowhere near his thicket.
You're right over your heads, fellas. Why don't you give it up?
No way, Leroy. We're out to beat you.
Ha! You know any more good jokes?
Corky, knock it off. We're just whistling in the wind, Steve. Corky's just not cut out to be a sled dog. I hate to admit it. I'm afraid you're right. Settle down, boy. Settle down. You're being retired from racing. But don't feel bad. You tried your best. Which now brings up a new problem. Yeah, I know. Any suggestions, Corky?
You fellas ready for a work break?
Those two have been on a break ever since we left church this morning.
What's wrong, boys?
We just seem to be making progress backwards, Mom. Duke leads well, but Happy doesn't pull like he should.
Yeah, and if we can't find a third dog, we can't even enter the race.
You'll race. Something will come along. You just take my word for it.
Yeah, miracle, maybe.
Afternoon, all.
Hi, Mr. Townsend.
Hi, Harley. Did you bring that little surprise along we talked about?
I sure enough did. Right there on the bed of the truck. Take a look, boys.
What is it?
A miracle, maybe.
You boys remember Murph, don't you?
Sure.
Come on now, Murph. Let's try and look like a sled dog, huh?
You mean it, Mr. Townsend?
Sure enough. Your grandfather called and told me the problems you boys were having. I talked it over with Murph, and he agreed to give it a try. Right, Murph? Now, he's a little skittery at times, but he can sure run some when he sets his mind to it.
Thank you, Mr. Townsend. And thank you, Grandpa. You're just too much.
I know that.
right way once in a while, but Murph sure has trouble following the lead.
Maybe it's because he can't see what's happening with all that hair in his eyes.
Yeah, could be.
I bet Mom could fix him up with some new kind of hairdo, you know, pins or ribbons or something.
Be worth a try.
It's Leroy!
Let's go. Good girl, Tiny. Catch him, Scott! Hey, this is great! Look at him go! Scott, wait for me! Whoa! Whoa, fellas! Cool it!
Man, they almost kept on going.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? Did you see them move? Mr. Townsend was right about Murph being able to run.
Old Leroy doesn't know it, but he just did us a big favor.
Yahoo! Bring on the snow!
Atta boy! Way to be! There you go! Told you it wouldn't work. Let's try Mom's curlers. He can't wear that in the race. How are you going to make it hold? Well, this is what Mom uses.
Hey, what are you fellas doing?
We thought if he could see better, he might not be so jumpy.
Oh, now wait a minute. That hair's there for a purpose. You take that away from his eyes and you're going to have a snow-blind sheepdog.
He ran real well today, but it took Leroy to get him started. Doesn't matter what got him started. Duke kept him going. You're a good lead dog, aren't you, boy?
Well, you know, if this team keeps shaping up the way it has, you're liable to have as good a dogs as your father's first team. Maybe better.
But Dad had great dogs. I've seen pictures.
Not his first team. And I'm going to tell you now what I told him then. It's a team that wins races, not just good dogs. And what makes a good team is hard work. So from now until the start of that race, neither one of you are going to have a moment's rest. Maybe you could use a little bit of trim. Give me those scissors. Hand me that bowl over there, will you, Scott? Here, Murph, let's have a look at you. This looks silly on you here. Here. Now, this is... Let me... Come over here, Murph. Now, just hold still here, Murph. Now... This is the way I used to cut your father's hair. It's called a bowl cut. Hold still now. That's good.
You got him cooking now, Scott.
I'm not too sure about the musher, though. Man, I'm about worn out.
Yeah, you look beat, too. And I'm cold. Why not let me take over for a while?
Okay, but be careful.
I will. Here.
Stand back and make way for Super Musher. All right, Duke, here!
There he goes, Corky. Look at that. Okay, guys, go! Duke, get away from him!
right, Scott?
I really wrecked my ankle. What happened?
We were headed right for old Grizzly. It was kind of scary. I couldn't hold them. We gotta get you out of here.
Easy. Easy. Scott, I'm really sorry about this. Oh, it wasn't your fault. Oh.
There you go. No cast is official in Icicle Village until I've got my John Henry on.
To Scott, you can't keep a good man down. Clay Tanner. I feel like I let everybody down not being able to race.
Oh, now, Scott. Listen. You took 3 misfit dogs and an antique sled, and you molded it into a good team. Now, you're going to be in that race, even if Steve does the mushing. Well, there's old Murph.
How'd it go?
The dogs are great, especially Duke in the lead. That mushing, I could hardly keep up. It's harder than I thought it was going to be.
You'll get it, Steve. It just takes time. We'll beat that Leroy, won't we, boys?
Sure we will. You just get well enough so you can come out there and watch us do it.
Steve, you better get these dogs out of here. Your mother's going to give me a fit. Come on, get them out.
Come on.
Go
Come
on.
Come on, Murph. Come on. Come on.
Last entry to the senior race, Dr. Rude. 1 minute to starting time.
Come on. We'll stop by Mrs. Lacey's and pick up Happy, and then we'll meet you at the starting line.
We'll leave right away.
Well, I guess we might as well take you two.
They're cutting it kind of close. We'd better hurry.
Yeah, I'll get my things.
Okay.
Number 31, Dr. Rude. Final entry in the senior race. All juniors be prepared for their event.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is the last entry on the 20-mile senior race. While the senior race is being held, the junior race will be held on the short course. Remember, anyone leaving the course or not finishing with their dogs will be disqualified. All entries stand by for their call.
Well, hello, Scott. Say, where's your team? Dog pound pick 'em up?
They'll be here, Leroy.
Hi, here's Steve's number. He's number 5. Scott, Leroy, we've altered the junior course. Now goes through Brown's Meadow, over Icicle Creek on the old logging bridge, near King's Thicket, makes a loop, turns, and comes back again.
King's Thicket? That's where old Grizzly's den is.
No worries. He's probably been asleep for a week.
Yeah, in hibernation. About like Scott's dogs. Well, see you at the starting line.
Where's your team, Scott?
They're on their way, Mr. Townsend.
Good luck.
Don't worry. We're in good shape. We'll be there in plenty of time.
Corky, get back here!
Corky, inside the cab of a truck is no place to be chasing horses. We'll try the 4-wheel drive. You go get some brush.
All right.
I still don't see him.
This isn't like Clay at all. He's always early.
Team number 1, Jimmy Fain to the starting line.
Judges on the trail. Stand by.
Mrs. Lacey, did Clay and Steve pick up Happy this morning?
Well, I don't know, Miss Tanner. I had to leave before they got there, but Happy was waiting on the porch. Aren't they here yet? Well, that was quite a while ago.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah! Clay and Steve left before we did. They were going to stop by Mrs. Lacey's and pick up Happy.
Let me call Andy. He's in the area. Andy, this is Harley. Over.
All right. Step back just a little, Steve.
Harley's notified the Forest Service patrols.
They better hurry. We start 5th.
Team number 2, Laurie Bryan.
Now that should do it. All right. This time you get in and drive the truck and I'll push.
All right.
You got it in gear? Give her lots of gas. All right, now.
Team number 3, Rocky Rettmeyer. Rocky Rettmeyer to the line.
Porky, now you get out of here.
Once more. Hold it. Oh. Nothing's gonna get this out of here except a tow truck. It's getting late. What we better do is hitch up the team and you see if you can make it on your own.
There's Andy. Hey, stop!
Andy, you're just in time.
3, 2, 1, go! Team number 4, Matt Mason. Matt Mason. 3, 2, 1, go! Steve Tanner, team number 5.
Thanks a million, Andy. Hurry up, Steve. Bring them out one at a time and hook them up.
Hey, what happened?
Well, we got the truck a little sideways. I'll tell you about it later. What number did we draw?
5.
We're up next if we're not too
We
late.
can't quit now. Come on now. Get over here, Duke.
Team number 5, Steve Tanner.
Here we go.
Last call. Steve Tanner, team number 5.
Don't forget the change in course I told you about.
All right.
Be careful.
I will.
Give me room, Steve, because I'll be passing before you get too far.
Well, it's a team anyway.
3, 2, 1, go!
Betsy, I bet you thought we'd never make it.
Oh, I didn't doubt it for a minute, Clay.
Team number 6, the defending champion, Leroy Norris.
Go!
Corky! Let him go. He's been bound and determined he's going to be a part of this race right from the beginning.
Come on.
Team number 1, just through the quarter marker at 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Team number 2, through with quarter marker at 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Let's go! Go on!
Team number 5, trailing at the quarter marker at 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Team number 6 takes the lead at the quarter marker at 3 minutes, 58 seconds.
Come on!
Come on. Faster, yeah. Move. Move it. Go, go. Yeah.
See you later, Steve.
We gotta move! Yeah! Move it! Yeah! That's it! Come on, faster! Yeah!
The time for team number 6, Leroy Norris, at the halfway point, is 7:21.
Oh, no.
Time for the Tanner entry, team number 5, 8:39. 8:39. At the halfway mark, defending champion Leroy Norris is still in the lead. Jimmy Fay second, Matt Matson and Lori Brain tied for third. Rocky Riedemeyer fourth, and Steve Tanner last.
Well, at least he's still moving.
Let's go. Come on, Fluky. Yeah. Let's go, Jumper. Yeah. Come on, Gene. Yeah. Come on. Come on, Swifty. Yeah.
Come on! Oh! Come on! Let's get out of here now! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Go! Go! Yeah! Come on, Smokey! Come on, guys! Come on, let's go! Come on, move! Yeah! Hup, hup! Come on! Yeah! Faster! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Go! Go! See you later, Leroy! Come on! Let's go! All right!
Say, I better have these ready when Happy gets here.
Hey, look! Here comes Corky! Hey, Steve! Right here!
Come on, Steve! Come on, Steve! You can do it! Come on, Are you all right, Steve? It's terrific. You did it.
Steve Tanner, team number 5, 15:49. That's a new course record, folks. 15:49. May I have your attention, please? I'd like to present the trophy to the winner of the junior race, Steve Tanner. Fine race, son.
Thank you, Mr. Townsend.
You were super, man. I mean, super.
Well, I don't know how you did it, Steve, but congratulations anyway.
Thank you, Leroy.
I guess I'll never understand it. I mean, except for Duke, they don't even look like sled dogs.
Yeah, but they sure acted like it.
Yeah.
Mom, this is for you, Grandpa, and Scott. We all won it.
You know, your dad would have been very proud of you guys. And probably a little jealous.
Dad, jealous of us?
Yeah. Remember I told you his first team wasn't quite as good as yours? Well, what I failed to tell you was that he didn't win his first race.
Oh, I bet he would have won his first race if he'd have had my secret weapon.
What secret weapon's that?
Bear power. Old Grizzly chased us. He's the one who deserves the trophy.
Well, if you plan to give that cantankerous old Grizzly a trophy, you better wait till the spring. He's probably asleep about it.
colorful world of Disney.
Mzee Simba, ndio, huko mkubwa sana. Ndio, kabisa, Mzee Simba.
In the Swahili language of East Africa, Mzee Simba is a term of great compliment. It means the honorable or distinguished old lion. It's a phrase to describe that most magnificent of animals, the king of beasts. This vast continent has always been his domain. In fact, according to Swahili legend, the lion's roar is said to say, Inchi hii yangu, yangu, yangu. It means, this land is mine, mine, mine. Mzee Simba was honorable and distinguished, and the king of beasts, true. But that had all been once upon a time. Now, unfortunately, he was something less than that. Now he was a loner, an outcast, a lion driven out by his own kind and living long past his prime. It was Mzee Simba's habit to range far and wide across his singular kingdom. And so he became accustomed to the occasional plane that crisscrossed these empty skies. Some hours later, this one settled to earth at a place called Malaga Station, hardly more than a dot on the map, in the middle of nowhere. This was home base for Phil Garrison, biologist and game warden, in charge of a territory that ran for hundreds of miles across the African bush. His helper and companion was a dog named Smokey, Phil's constant company on the long, lonely trips over the trackless backcountry. Whenever these two were out on patrol, the station and the nearby radio hut were tended by the third member of this team. Phil always made it a point to stay in two-way contact with his partner, Kazuku.
Come on, Smokey. Come on, boy.
The ways of the African bush are sometimes strange and unpredictable. And none could know at this point that a dog named Smokey and a lion called Simba would one day come to know each other and would share the oddest of bizarre adventures.
Come on, Smokey. Come on, boy.
The day-to-day routine at Malaga was organized and practically unchangeable. Phil's little plane, a veritable workhorse, was in the air almost more than on the ground. Part of a warden's work was taking game counts, checking on migrations of the herds, and surveying water holes and range conditions. And Smokey, for his part, was almost as good at spotting game as Phil himself.
Good boy, Smokey. A buffalo crossing. $10,000 wildebeest and 500 buffalo. Not a bad day's work. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Mayday, mayday, mayday. 5 Yankee Alpha Tango.
Hey, it's okay, boy. Hey, thanks for the bath. It feels broken, old boy. Or at least badly bent. Now, if you just pass me an aspirin. Plane's hopeless. It's a write-off. too. A local friendly paramedic is not likely to come dropping in. Although I see we've been spotted by sympathetic eyes. Hmm? Trapped in plane crash 60 miles northwest of Mbili Hills. Leg broken. Need help. One aspirin. One note bottle. Double duty. Here, boy. Okay, Smokey. Go home. Go on, go home. Be a hero, will you? I know you don't want to, but you've got to go. Really, old boy, everything's up to you. Go home, Smokey. Home. I'm depending on you, boy. Go on. Home, Smokey. Go home!
Malaga back to Nairobi. Roger. That is affirmative. No word. Over.
Nairobi to Malaga.
He was due before dark last night. Game counting over northeast Mara. He must be down somewhere between Malaga and the Mara River.
Hello, Malaga. Malaga, this is Nairobi. We are receiving you loud and clear. We have already notified all traffic, and a search plane has been in the air since dawn. Over.
Roger, Nairobi. Thank you. Asante.
Somewhere between Malaga and the Mara River.
That's about 1,000 square miles, the most rugged country in Kenya.
Like any member of the cat family, Mzee Simba was curious. He had never seen a greyhound before. Strange-looking animal, so trim and thin. Here was something new to engage the attention of a lion who had seen almost everything. And so, curiosity put him on the trail. Smokey, of course, couldn't know what the lion had in mind, but the possibilities seemed frightening. This was no time to figure out puzzles. Smokey decided he'd best take cover. Sometimes bluff and bluster is your best maneuver. And if your luck holds, you may get a standoff. Suddenly, a stray rabbit broke the impasse and unwittingly set in motion a strange series of events. In the past, when he'd been with his pride, Simba was used to moving in and having first serving. Now, reverting to his sense of authority, he took it for granted that the rabbit was for him.
Smokey boy. Good dog. Jumbo. I knew old Smokey would make it. I knew he would. Where is he? Wapiumbwa. Smokey? My dog. Wapiumbwa. He led you here. Where is he? You must have seen my dog. Dog. Umbwa. Mama. Hello. Hello, chaps. Jumbo. God, what have we here? My dog. Umbwa.
Poor chap's in a frightful mess. Had a jolly good bashing, hasn't he? Eh? Well, better get him aboard on old Miss Rust Bucket here. Saidia, lete ye hapa. Come on, let's go.
And so it was that Phil was bundled into a makeshift ambulance and hurried off to the nearest hospital in distant Nairobi. Meanwhile, another strange journey continued. Smokey traveled vaguely in the direction of home, and Simba traveled wherever Smokey went. He had no place else to go, and besides, another rabbit might turn up. Meals for these two were strictly catch as catch can. Not much there to satisfy a ravenous appetite. Then the old lion spied something more interesting. Some hyenas at their kill. When he was the king of beasts after all, such as now when he could preempt a haunch of zebra. A lion is accustomed to taking what he wants, and the hyenas understood this as well as any. If Smokey was supposed to understand these facts of African life, he didn't get the point right away. He seemed to assume that part of this bounty was for him. And so it was that the long journey continued, but not without detours. The lion might be old, might be getting a bit tired, but Smokey had energy to burn. And to work it off, he took to chasing everything in sight. Smokey seemed to feel he was the fastest animal on Earth, and in a way he was. Until the day he found the tables turned, and he was the one being chased by a cheetah, that fastest of all African creatures. Spurred on by sheer panic, Smokey held his own for a while. But it was a great stroke of luck when his friend moved in. A lion has only to appear to be in charge. This strange and fragile relationship was unheard of, and yet it happened, and it endured. Smokey seemed to fill a gap in the old lion's life. He became the family the lion didn't have, and he brought the warmth of companionship. For his part, Simba turned out to be protector and escort. And so, mutually satisfied, the two animals traveled on, each looking out for the other. By now, Smokey had taken the lead. He was still trying to get home. line was across the river. A simple enough maneuver, it would seem. To do so, you simply wade from one bank to the other. However, dogs like water, cats don't, and lions least of all. Impatient to move on, Smokey couldn't understand why his pal should take so long. Reason enough, of course. Mzee Simba hated to get even his toes damp.
Asante, Lobby. Ready? Habari. Jambo Missouri. Habari yako. Salama. Any word of Smokey?
Nothing. I've passed the word far and wide. No clue.
Well, we'll set out right away and look for him.
You sure?
Of course. I was bounced and shaken all the way to Nairobi. My teeth are still rattling from the return trip. A little rough riding hasn't killed me yet, eh?
Almost before he knew it, Smokey had stepped into a hunter's hidden snare. Mzee Simba, of course, was free to move on, yet he chose not to. This friendship had grown strong and supportive. Only when voices signaled humans approaching did the lion count it wise to vanish. The hunters had never seen a greyhound before, but they recognized his potential immediately. Such a dog as this, with a fine muzzle and long, sharp teeth, with such a lean and lanky build, was obviously bred for speed and hunting. He was a catch well worth keeping, a fine addition to their own pack of dogs. The plastic pill bottle fascinated the hunters. It was different, a manufactured article from the domain of modern technology so far removed from their own world. They admired its slick surface and its gleaming color. The note, though, was another matter. It meant little to them. The hunters couldn't read it, for the language of their tribe was Pokot. And yet they seemed to sense that this slip of paper was important, that it might well have meaning for others. So they chose to keep the bottle, but not the note. In their eyes, it was a fair trade. One ivory snuff box, hand-carved, for one shiny aspirin bottle. Simba, it seemed, had not deserted his friend. He simply preferred to stay aloof, and so he watched developments from afar. In his enthusiasm, Smokey had gone a little too far. All he had really accomplished was to let the prey get away. He had spoiled the entire hunt. Roughly translated, what the warriors were saying was, that dumb dog, maybe we ought to kill him instead. Miles away, meanwhile, Phil and Kasuku continued their search.
Habari. Hey.
Ndio. Na hii ni nini? Hii ni gidi yangu. Ambaye umbo aliiba nyama yangu.
It was Smokey, all right. They caught him in a snare, but he ran away.
Hold it. Now wait a minute. He said your dog lost up a major hunt.
Well, where is he?
They don't know. I guess they wish they did. They would have killed him. In the meanwhile, this gentleman is demanding compensation. He will settle for 100 bob.
After many a weary mile, Phil decided to turn back. There were pressing chores waiting at Malaga. And besides, as he put it to Kasuku, the country was too big and the distances too great to expect to find one lone dog, even if he could be alive, which he very much doubted. Smokey and Mzee Simba had come a long way together. Somehow their shared adventures had brought them closer than ever. They had come to trust each other, to work well as a team, and by now they seemed to enjoy each other's company. At long last, Smokey spied a range of hills that he knew. The familiar landmark told him he was nearing home. The pace picked up, and without question, Mzee Simba came along too. Where his friend Smokey went, he would go also. But now, Smokey's habit of chasing everything that moved was about to get him into trouble. Once again, Mzee Simba moved in to help. Cobra struck wildly. Then, a hit. The deadly venom spread swiftly. The dog couldn't understand what was happening. It seemed a strange time to stop for a rest so near to home. Smokey couldn't know that this was a sleep from which his companion would never awake.
Back to Malaga. Kazuku, I've found what's attracting all those vultures. Whatever it is under a tree. Can't quite make it out. Here I go for another pass. Looks like a dead lion. Kazuku, you won't believe this. Here's Smokey boy. Here, boy. Here's a good fella, huh? Here's a good boy. Hey, you glad to see me? Oh, boy. Here's a good fella. I'm glad to see you. Here's a good fella. Here's a good boy. Hey, good fella. He's a boy, huh? What's this, eh?
Strange. He doesn't want to leave that old Simba to those.
Somehow. I suppose we'll never know why. That old lion must have meant a lot to Smokey. Here, Smokey. Come on, boy. What is it, boy, huh? Who was he? What does it mean? This is the note I wrote. I have the feeling there's a story behind this. One that only Smokey knows. So you don't want to lead him to the vultures, eh? Well, we can do something about that. Can't we, Kazuku?
In the days that followed, Phil and Kasuku never did learn the truth. Oh, there were stories told around campfires and rumors about a lion and a dog seen together. A Maasai reported he had found the tracks of a lion and dog and had followed them for miles. But all of that was put to legend and imagination. Smokey was the only one who knew for sure, and he would never forget Masai Simba. Ever after, when he heard lions roaring in the bush, he'd be reminded of his old friend. Inchi, he, Yangu, Yangu, Yangu. This land is mine, mine, mine.